is TreeTownSound with Matthew Altruda on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
We are coming out swinging on this gorgeous November 24 live in studio today. The one, the only immunologist I know from Yale and the only drummer that I know from Tally Hall, Ross Federman, live in studio. Brother, welcome back to TreeTownSound. I always love these shows. They're my absolute favorite. We're like 13-year-old kids at a birthday party. So thank you so much for coming in.
And I'm realizing now that what? Oh, well,
we got Ira in studio, the smallest Federman's here, crushing pizza.
So maybe I'm the only one that heard that. But I was just now realizing we've done enough of these. I bet if we just average the number of songs played on these shows versus normal shows, it's going to be significantly fewer.
Yes, especially this show. And Ross approved all the songs. Can I just say you picked them? You kind of did pick the songs.
Yeah. It was,
you curated them. I fed them to you, and I was like, do you want to play this song? You're like, no, that song's terrible.
Well, you definitely gave me options to choose from, and I chose amongst those.
No Mucka Blucka.
No Mucka Blucka.
Yeah, we know which one. No Hot Rod Duncan.
No Hot Rod Duncan.
But you did sing that.
I did, and that's recently become one of Ira's favorites.
Ira, can you say Hot Rod Duncan? Oh, no, he's drinking from his juice box. All right, so we're going to dive into that. I have Ross in studio the whole hour. We're going to go through too much stuff. This is like, having someone from Tally Hall in studio here is incredible. Local band, Ann Arbor. But let's not forget, this is a band that's famous all over the world. If you're just tuning in today and have no idea who Tally Hall is, well, sit right back and let me tell you a tale of a band that, made music, dominated Ann Arbor, did great in this city, went kind of on hiatus and break, and blew up all over the world, and streaming numbers are through the roof, and Ira's helping me out. But I asked Ross, I was like, what song should we start off with? For people that are listening to the show that have never heard Tally Hall, what should I play? And I threw a few at him. He's like, well, I'm not sure. And Ross, why did you pick A Spring in a Storm?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
No,
you just picked it randomly?
Well, I don't know. When's the last time you played this one?
It's been a while, but
okay.
Do you have some affinity to this song, special?
I do.
Can you tell me something about this song that no one knows?
Sure. But why don't we play it first?
Okay, let's do it. All right, we're going to start off proper here. We're going to go to Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum from 2005. This is Tally Hall with Spring in a Storm.
One time I tried to sing about spring and a storm, but you know how it goes. Blah, 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 blah. All alone. Won't you please stop complaining? I'm playing a song. All the rain comes down the same, falling to from where it came, on the ground and back around up into the sky. I wish you could have heard the music when the clouds crowd overhead. I finally felt enthusiastic. I finally felt alive. Blah, 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 think that's where you go when you die.
Do you?
Well, I think you return to obscure, or wherever you were before you were. But I won't let you lose yourself in the rain.
We have so much left to sing. There's a storm for every spring. All you see and you and me became from the start.
You can always start off a great radio show with a Spring and a Storm from Tally Hall off Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. I am live in studio right now with Tally Hall's drummer, who attended the University of Michigan and calls Ann Arbor his second home, Ross Federman. Welcome properly now. I mean, I told you your mic is going to be on the whole show, and you have your beautiful wife, Ashley, and your son, Ira, in studio. So if you hear a little kid getting rowdy, that's what we are encouraging this radio show. So before we played Spring and a Storm, I said, tell me something about this song no one knows. And you said, you're going to have to wait. Probably because you had to think of something.
No. So I want to point, I definitely didn't have to think about it, but I was just trying to be aware of the fact that you were like, let's just try to like start with music. We weren't even going to have my mic on. Then before we know, it's like 2 minutes of chatting and we still haven't played a single note.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So it's more than I was just like, we got to get to a song first.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, I was trying to actually think about the order of new songs for Tally Hall that I learned when I joined, because the first 8 or 10 songs that I learned had already been recorded.
Yep.
Right.
On the demos.
On the complete demos, and then before that on the Welcome to Tally Hall EP and the Party Booby Trap EP. And so a lot of the beginning of joining the band for me was learning drum parts. And I don't remember the order. I think it was like Whole World in You and Be Born, The Bidding, and Spring and a Storm were kind of like the new ones.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one I actually started working out first, but working out Spring and a Storm was the most memorable one for me. I think it was like the most exciting new part to work on for whatever reason.
And so there you go. 20 years later, here we are live on the radio. That's a really good story, Ross, which I said, tell us that no one knows, and you basically told us nothing, Ross. We still know nothing.
No, but I mean, like, it's one where, like, I'm sure I will have the memory of being in this, like, dank, super, like, moldy, probably basement, of an old Ann Arbor house where I just kind of, like, took my drum set and just left it in this, musty, mildewy basement, which is probably not the greatest thing for it. All the equipment was down there, and that was like where we practiced. And Joe kind of, really just kind of conducting where these hits were at the end, and, trying to like get what energy he was looking for at the outro part specifically, and just kind of honing in on where all those crash hits were and what's happening, and then trying to build it throughout, starting, just on the snare drum, and then like trying to work in the rest of the kit, but not at the expense of what was happening on the snare drum. And so like, to me, this was like a really fun challenge.
Yeah. And the music's dynamic. There's no doubt about it. Spring in a Storm definitely holds its place in many people's hearts. So you were back in Ann Arbor last August, as you know, and a lot of these listeners knows you performed at Sonic Lunch with Andrew Horowitz, and being the person who curates that at Fort Bank of Ann Arbor and seeing what I saw, I mean, you were there. There was thousands of people that came from all over the world to see you and Andrew and Bora play. It was an Andrew show, but the surprises was there, whether it be Knife from Saudi Arabia or people from California. It was truly like nothing else. And the autograph line alone, there was like 600 people. After the show and things were packed up, there were still people in line and normal people from Ann Arbor walking down the street being like, what is going on? 20 years later, Ross, how did that feel? Was it what you expected? I saw you FaceTiming with Zubin. I saw the other members all fired up. Like, you had your son there. Like, give me an idea. 20 years later, what was that like?
Everything I always like wanted to get out of playing Sonic Lunch from my end. So hopefully, and it's 13 seasons, 14?
17.
17?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So then I've been waiting 17 years to play a Sonic Lunch. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy to me how long I've been coming to these concerts.
Yeah.
Just the years of living in Ann Arbor and then visiting, you know, when I happen to be in town for the right show or on a Thursday over the summer, but then living here again and seeing them. And then all that time before finally coming and playing it. But yeah, one of the amazing things for me is like, I played a couple shows with Andrew before that, but I never got to see you play drums like that because those shows were all at 8 p.m. sets, 9 p.m. sets. So it was pretty awesome to play an 11:30 concert, frankly, when you're thinking from like a perspective of trying to bring a toddler there. So
Ryan Stanton from M Live, who you know with, who's a great writer in this town, said that was the closest thing he's ever seen to Beatlemania in Ann Arbor.
Have the Beatles not ever played Ann Arbor?
Beatles have never played Ann Arbor, and he wouldn't have been there anyways.
Yeah, fair. He wouldn't have seen it.
When you hear someone who's been following the Ann Arbor music scene for 20 years say something like that, I mean, it was almost Beatles-esque. Like, you were, like, going around the back of the stage, and there were so many fans, extremely respectful, but that you mean so much to them that they wanted an autograph, wanted to say hi. I mean, did you feel famous?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to, and there are hundreds of people waiting to say hi to you.
Stalking you. Trying to figure out where you ate. Feedback from the other members of Tally Hall that weren't there, like Joe, Rob, and Zubin, were they taken back by the size of the crowd? Was it a oh my God moment for any of them?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I really like followed up with anybody on like what they thought about it.
Well, I've been talking to Andrew about playing next year. Is that something you'd be willing to do again?
Yeah, I don't see why not if he asks me to.
Christy grabbed that contract.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I'm in the like any good reason to come back to Ann Arbor and DJ or play a show.
No, it's true.
Is like, yeah, if I can make it happen, I'll make it happen.
When you knew you were drumming with Andrew, did you feel the pressure? Like, oh my God, I better start playing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hadn't played on a stage at that point in 5 years.
Wow.
I had only been playing drums again since 2019 for like about a year, not even a year, like a handful of months. Because basically, when I moved to Boston, I couldn't afford a practice space. I was in an apartment, so my drums were not in the same state as me for the first time in my life, really, since I started playing. So I think post 2019 up until recently was the longest I've ever gone in my life not playing drums, because I think I may have started by age 5 or 6.
So you were feeling it going to those shows.
Yeah, I mean, it
like
was scary. Yeah. No, it was daunting. And I think like it wasn't clear to me that I'd actually get chops, because I wasn't even, I will say, I should have been better about playing on a practice pad in my house.
Yeah.
Totally. It's COVID. I had the time. I don't know why I wasn't like sitting there hacking on a practice pad, but it was like, I don't know, it's hard to get myself to, and the longer you go, the harder it is to get back. And I think it took like being able to get this great practice studio now, bring my drums out and like have a space to start going and playing with friends a bunch. And I get together with coworkers a lot. It started coming back, and it did come back as like a little bit faster than I expected. But do you want to come join me on the microphone? Oh, okay.
No. Too bad, Dad.
Yeah.
Well, you absolutely slayed that
Thank
show.
you. Yeah, it seemed like things came back together right in the nick of time for me. So
I would tell you if I wasn't impressed. I was extremely impressed
Thanks.
with the energy in your drumming that show. Even like your drum solos they cranked.
yeah,
You came
thanks.
to play.
Well, and I think that was the best of they got better. I think they got slightly better with each of the shows we
sure.
did. No, but I even went back because there was a lot of video, which is cool because I got to go back and hear it from different angles and see it from different angles, but also just hear like the drum set sounds very different if you're behind it or in front of it.
Yeah.
And enough people posted different videos that I got a good sense of actually how it translated.
Yeah.
And I just got to sound, I don't want this to come off as like, a cocky kind of like whatever, but it sounded good. Like it sounded better. Like I was pleasantly surprised at how it actually translated,
Well, professional drummers are supposed to sound like professionals, Ross, and you were a professional that day. There's no doubt about it. You're a professional drummer. You may be a doctor, but at the end of the day, we all know you're a drummer. And that was extremely impressive. I stood beside you, well, mostly because there was nowhere else I could fit in Liberty Plaza, but man, absolutely blown away. And the song selections for that show and everything. And I'm really, really excited to hear Andrew's new album dropping in 2025. Have you heard anything on it?
Yeah, I've heard some stuff from it that may have, I don't know if he had ever planned on, I think maybe at some point he must have maybe planned on playing it because I heard it and was kind of working on it a little bit, but we ended up not playing it live.
Mm-hmm. Are you on any of the tracks?
Not yet.
Not yet. I think there's going to be 2 singles dropping first quarter 2025. That full album dropping. You have no idea.
I don't know. You got to get Andrew on to ask those questions.
You were never meant to know.
I was never meant to know.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's not at the moment.
Is Joe, Rob, Zubin, or any of those guys on the album?
I have no clue.
Boar is definitely on the album.
I don't even know about that.
Wow, Ross. And
it's possible,
No,
but it's not.
I know.
I don't know.
You kids pride yourself in not knowing.
Yeah, I guess so.
I get you on the air and I try to beat it out of you, and there's nothing I can do about it. I wish you were as fired up as Ira.
Yeah, he's very fired up. I'm a little distracted. I was like, Ira, bud, you don't want to join me on the radio? You just want to talk to mommy? Okay.
Well, let's do another song.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's do another song. We'll regroup live in studio. I have the one, the only Ross Federman, the drummer of Tally Hall, producer of Miracle Musical, live in studio. This is another one Ross picked that I kind of made him pick. This is Never Meant to Know by the Tally Hall.
Today with the lay of the land, feather and cap and the sun in the sand. It was easy to understand. Everything suddenly falls out of sight. Every attachment is made of the light that you offered. You have offered to give me life. See the sky. Plays a part. There are
with Never Meant to Know, which is an ironic name of a song for this radio show because there's a lot of things that you were never meant to know. Maybe Andrew's new album in 2025. You didn't hear any rumors from me about a Coach and Dip album in 2025. Those are all things you're never meant to know. But we do have some Tally Hall breaking news from the Ross Federman. We're going to thank our sponsors first, and we're going to go to a commercial break. So shout out to the Bank of Ann Arbor and Sonic Lunch and Orion Automotive Services. They've been loving cars since 1994, providing automobile maintenance and repair services for European, domestic, and Asian vehicles. You obviously made a big investment on your car. You got to take care of it. Take care of that Windstar. And if you're having car problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but Rich ain't one. Go see Rich at Orion, conveniently located on Jackson Road, Parkland Plaza, across the street from the BMW dealership, OrionA2.com. We come back from the break. We're going to hop on our time machine.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out. Uncertainty, self-doubt, stressing about not knowing where to start. In. Plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out. Word art. Sorry, live, laugh lovers. In. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
Okay, let's take a poll. How weird does it feel to be called someone's fiance, right? The first time you hear it, you do like a double take. Your heart kind of flutters, and before you know it, you go from, let's just enjoy this moment, to we're planning a fall wedding. That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place and have fun along the way. From free planning tools like a budget tracker, super necessary, and website, to a venue and vendor discovery tool that matches you with your dream team, everything on Zola is designed to make your wedding journey as easy as possible. And with invites that can be completely customized and a wedding registry packed with gifts you actually want. Zola takes you from save our date to thanks so much without breaking a sweat. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com. Happy wedding.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. Like that, let's put it online and see what happens stage.
And the site is live.
That we opened a store and need a fast checkout stage.
Thanks. You're all set.
That count it up and ship it around the globe stage.
This one's going to Thailand.
And that, wait, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/listen.
T-Mobile 5G internet keeps getting better. Boost your connection to harder to reach places with Home Internet Plus and get internet right where you want it.
With Wi-Fi that reaches the attic, I finally have a home office.
Get a free upgrade to T-Mobile Home Internet Plus while supplies last. Home Internet Plus starts at $50 a month with autopay and any voice line. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet.
During congestion, customers on this plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using greater than 1.2 terabytes per month due to data prioritization. After $20 bill credit plus $5 per month without autopay. Debit bank account required. Regulatory fees included for qualifying accounts. $35 connection charge applies.
Buy a bag of Hill's Pet Nutrition. Help feed a shelter pet. Buy another bag of Hill's Pet Nutrition. Help feed more shelter pets. Buy Hill's. Help feed shelter pets. Buy Hill's. Help feed shelter pets. Every time you feed your pet Hills, you help feed a shelter pet in need, helping them become healthy, happy, and more adoptable. Science did that. Visit hillspet.com/radio or tap the banner to learn more.
Cupcake Vineyards grow their grapes in the finest wine regions on earth, like Marlborough, New Zealand, for their Sauvignon Blanc. It's called Cupcake. Okay. Cupcake Vineyards. Serious wine, unserious name. Copyright 2024. Cupcake Vineyards, Livermore, California.
At Galen College of Nursing, our now approach to nursing education means treating students as humans.
We give you the care you're taught to give your patients to help you fulfill the potential you always had. Learn more about Galen's nursing programs at galencollege.edu.
Listen local. TreeTown Sound on Ann Arbor's 1071.
Look at what you've done now to me. Get tired and ornery. I'm leaving today. Thinking of the way I used to spend the time. I can see that I have overpaid. Past is past, and rather than regret the old, I can live it back the other way. Just look, oh look at what you've done now to me. Free flowing temporary. I'm leaving today. I avoid the messiness of misery. Playing in the dimension of the fool. I can get away to any time I like. Space times any time and anymore. With the team, with a time machine, you've been waiting for. You can make every way for you. Do what you wanna do. With the team, with a time machine, you've been waiting for. You have time enough to spend some time alone. I wait for all eternity. Extending modernity is where we must stay today. Now I know the nature of no urgency. Now I know why now he's never gone. Fleeting in this mode of making memories. Keeping up this pace of keeping on. The dream in a time machine you've been waiting for. That you can make every way for you. Do what you wanna do. Live the dream with the time machine you've been waiting for. You have time enough to spend some time alone. All alone. I'm alone. I'm alone. The dream with a time machine you've been waiting for. Live the dream with a time machine you've been waiting for. Live the dream with a time machine you've been waiting for. Live the dream with a time machine. Live the dream with a time machine you've been waiting for. Live the dream with a time machine.
That is Time Machine by Miracle Musical, which you may know as a project from Joe Bora and Ross. Ross was the producer of Time Machine, and man, it's one of the best drum tracks on the album, but no live drums, so Ross was just mixing, not playing, and he's joined for me right now live in studio, the Ross Federman of Tally Hall and Miracle Musical. Ross, you ready to do another segment?
Sure.
Can you handle?
I should say, Bora, Joe, and I all produced that together.
Yes, you did. Yeah. But you all worked on it.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, nothing incorrect, but okay. I would just say I'm one of the co-producers.
Co-producers. Yeah. Okay. Who is the producer?
There was no the producer. There were 3 co-producers.
Okay. All right. Semantics.
Yeah.
We got to hear.
But I mean, we had like Joe did a lot more of the writing side of things, though we all contributed to writing. I think Bora did almost all like the engineering side of things, though I did a tiny bit of that, and Joe did plenty of that too. And then I did the most of the mixing side of things, but then also Joe did some of that too. So we each kind of had our area of focus.
Nice.
It was very collaborative.
It seems like this might be the year for Bora, 2025.
Yeah.
Is there some pretty? Am I allowed to talk about? Oh, we didn't even see when Ross comes to town. We hang out before the show.
We hang out. We do talk about probably what we shouldn't talk about, and then you just try to get me to talk about it anyway.
That's true because, dude, I owe it to all the Tally Hall fans as their point of contact.
I still come because I have too much fun, and you let me bring in my incredibly vocal 2.5-year-old in the studio and just take over the place.
The 2-hour power nap before TreeTownSound paid the bills.
I mean, can you imagine where we'd be if he hadn't gotten that nap, though?
Oh my God, it'd be
not giggles in the
misery
background.
Would fell on TreeTownSound. So tell me this, and I'm going to just spill the beans because I have to, and then you can correct me and you can deny it. But true or false, there are new plushies, U2s, Tally Hall coming out in 2025.
There's definitely something with U2s coming out.
Yes, and they're the little vinyl figures. Or I am not even allowed to say that.
Well, yeah, I guess what I will say is that there seemed a lot of people wanted more plushies.
Yep.
A lot of people wanted the vinyl figures.
Yep.
And my hope is that everybody will be satisfied with what we are offering.
Thank
this
you,
year.
Ross, for confirming that there will be new plushies and vinyl figures for Tally Hall in 2025.
There will be enjoyable things from U2s in the near future.
Are they good and evil theme?
You'll have to wait to find out.
Oh, wow. And when can we find out?
Hopefully soon.
Oh, wow. That's some...
I mean, I'm a little surprised. I did try to go to see what had already come out so that I knew what to, but I don't... I think there's very little that's actually come out about this that we haven't said.
So
I don't want
to
spill the beans.
You don't want to break the news.
I don't want to be the one to break the news. No.
Tally Hall
I can break some news that's not really breaking news, but just repeat some news, which is that I think for the first time in any holiday season that I can remember, if you're a vinyl record collector as opposed to a vinyl figurine collector.
Yes.
I believe this is the first year that you can right now, if you wanted to, purchase Marvin's on vinyl, Good and Evil on vinyl, and Hawaii Part 2 on vinyl. All 3 are currently available.
This is the first time ever.
That's got to be the first time we've had all 3 available on vinyl. I mean, each one's been offered plenty before, but the timing has never been such that, like, if you're right now thinking, I want all 3 of these, I don't have any of them, and you just kind of want to get them all, just, go for it. Not to shamelessly plug our vinyl.
No, but you should.
But yeah, no,
cool.
they're all finally available. It's just nice because, like, it's one of those things that I wish we could just always have more available. And I think we've talked about this before. I've tweeted about it, but sometimes it's just hard. Like the supply, like the time it takes, and it's a lengthy process getting vinyl made. Sometimes it's really tricky to just always have it available when you want to.
You tweeted about it. You don't tweet. You quit Twitter.
I did quit Twitter.
Are you coming back?
I don't know. We'll see if Twitter sells to a different owner. Dude, consider it.
It's a great community.
Not to get too into things.
No, I know.
Yeah, no, I know. There's a lot of stuff I miss about Twitter. There's a lot of stuff that I'm probably pretty grateful that in the last month or 2 I have not been on it to witness.
Good point. I've been front row seats, and I'm trying to keep everyone sane, but there's only so much you can do, right? That's just the way it is. So I had some of my notes that I wanted to drill you on. Tally Hall, back in the day, recorded some commercials that were never released, like for Wendy's and Intel, and you probably don't want to hear me saying that. Has there ever been thoughts of you getting recordings of these, putting them up on YouTube so your fan base can enjoy? Because I've heard them. They're
I was going to say,
hilarious.
I have recordings of these.
I know, they're on your laptop.
Yeah, I have them. I don't have to get them.
I've heard the secret songs on your laptop.
I don't.
Why?
I think we actually released one of them.
No, you didn't.
I think so. It doesn't admittedly incomplete demos possibly have one of these on it? I think it does.
I don't think it does.
I think it does.
Of course, everyone else knows. People are listening right now laughing at it.
I think we could look it up. You've got your computer, right? I think it's labeled Spiced Rum Commercial, but I could be wrong. Oh my God. But there are others that definitely aren't on there. There's no doubt about that. And it might have to do with whether or not we own them. You know, a lot of these things you get paid a certain amount of money that even for the demo, you don't actually own the demo, which is why people like don't, you're kind of, a lot of people are discouraged from doing these. Yeah, I know. What is anyone doing? It's probably actually like a clause about how long they may
Wendy's
have even defaulted at this
Wendy's
point.
would be sending you spicy chicken sandwiches for the hookup.
You know, the Wendy's one was interesting too, because I think we kept getting notes to like make it sound more like specific artists and songs. And now I'm realizing like how much of a thing that is in the commercial industry for music, where it's very clear what song or artist somebody else is trying to make a commercial song sound like, but like they don't want to pay for the rights to it, you know? Which one did I hear recently that was like so...
They're so annoying.
I don't know, there was like a Lizzo knockoff recently. There are a bunch of...
Probably AI too.
Yeah, there was the best is like there is a sandals commercial with a total knockoff Black Eyed Peas song that like is hilariously so similar to it.
Which sounds about right. I mean, every musician steals a little.
I've thought about trying to find enough of these to just host a podcast where all we do is pick apart all the fake like imitation commercial songs, because it is an entire industry.
Oh my God, just drug commercials alone.
Well, drug commercials are their own whole thing.
Yeah,
but some of those are bangers.
They are.
You know,
you
like
just need an old dude painting.
What
and
is
you're good.
the Sky Rizzy? Is that the like?
Is that a rapper?
Nothing is everything. Right? Like that is an earworm.
Yeah. And you know what, Ross? We got to ring a bell because it's official. You did sing on TreeTownSound.
Yeah, have I not done that before?
Can you?
You got me to sing the Sky Rizzy commercial song.
You
That's what
sing
just
Mucka
happened.
Blucka on
I
this
did.
show.
Well, I don't know about the singing. I don't know if I'd call that singing.
Will you sing Hot Rod Duncan? Hey, Ira, you want to hear Daddy sing? Ira, Daddy's going to sing. Look at your dad.
I'm going to just take the silence as a no.
Come on.
I mean, he's been so vocal the whole time.
Hey, Ira.
It was just dead silent right there. I think that's like a no,
right,
no, Daddy. What do
I
you
still
thinking?
got you to sing. That should count for something on the bingo board. Man, Ira's the absolute cutest. I'm talking to Ross Federman live in studio here on TreeTownSound. You want to do another song? We'll
Let's
talk
do
some
it.
more. All right, this is Ampersand.
Yeah, and
we can't call it not.
I mean, you could call it whatever you want,
but it's. Dude,
okay.
That's incredible. Ross Federman, live in studio, Tally Hall. This is And.
Love of the sun came back again to make it clear that he never said it would need him. And shame on a martyr claiming friends from either perspective. Weak and strong and wet and
is Anne by Tally Hall. I have Ross Federman of Tally Hall, the drummer, the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Federman, live in studio with his lovely family, his brother Max, beautiful wife Ashley, and his wonderful son Ira. Shout out to my girlfriend Christy, holding it down behind me. I told her to take some pictures. She's taken none, and that's why I love her. So, Ross, tell me, actually, we're going to do that next segment. I'm going to make people wait. Can we go to commercial, and then I'll save that question? All right, let's just do it. We're going to go to commercial. We come right back. Ross Federman, live in studio.
If you order McDonald's right now, you're one step closer to your first bite, and nothing tastes as good. Get a 10-piece Chicken McNuggets for just $1, only in the app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Valid one time through December 2nd at participating McDonald's. Must opt into rewards.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. Like that, let's put it online and see what happens stage.
And the site is live.
That we opened a store and need a fast checkout stage.
Thanks. You're all set.
That count it up and ship it around the globe stage.
This one's going to Thailand.
And that, wait, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/listen.
Hey, Daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today is actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
New Dove Men Body Wash gives 24 hours of nourishing micro moisture, so your skin feels healthy and smooth from your morning workout playlist to the relaxing music you chose for dinner. Get healthier, smoother feeling skin all day with new Dove Men Body Wash.
Discover huge savings where the wonders of the sea meet the joy of the holidays at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. From underwater discoveries to enchanting shows on ice. New thrills on Penguin Trek at SeaWorld's Antarctica, to new friends at the North Pole. Sesame Street Land to a winter wonderland filled with millions of twinkling lights. It's a Christmas celebration like no other. At Orlando's best theme park holiday event. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our Black Friday sale. Hurry, offer ends November 29th. Taxes, fees, blockout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
The Burlington Coat event is back. Burlington's been spreading warmth for over 50 years. And to celebrate, when you buy a coat now through November 30th, you'll save 10% off your entire purchase from December 7th through December 24th. Plus, Burlington is donating 50,000 new coats to help those in need nationwide through their partnership with Delivering Good. See you at the coat event today. Burlington. Deals. Brands. Wow. Excludes gift cards and service fees. Visit burlington.com/coats for details.
TreeTownSound on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
We're coming right out of break with the drummer from Tally Hall, Ross Federman. Ross, we're winding down on this radio show, and it's always an honor to have you on. And we could literally do this for 9 hours.
I was going to say, these things fly by.
Fly, my absolute favorite. And I really appreciate you coming on this radio show, because I know the Tally Hall crew isn't really promoting the band, not going on shows, and sharing anything is the best. So
I
thank
love
you.
it. So when will 107.1 like the ratings just like tank for a day so we can do an entire afternoon takeover?
We can.
And just get everybody to tune out after the first.
Yeah, we could do it where you could just. I mean, I know how to run the.
We'd have to play more than just Tally. I think we'd have to.
Yes.
We'd have to keep it more interesting.
We could just. You could do your own hour. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've done that before.
Yeah, you
right?
have. You brought Antoine on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Antoine in this studio.
You did before me. Mm-hmm. I was in Rhode Island visiting my grandma. Actually, I was at her funeral, but whatever.
Man, it was great to see Antoine at Sonic Lunch.
Oh, just incredible talent. Antoine, I mean, you know how much we love Wolfpack.
Oh, yeah.
This radio show is a big fan. I'm talking to...
And you know how much fun I had seeing Corey Wong
a
couple weeks ago.
one of the most unique, amazing performers out there. So I told you when we went to break, I'm going to ask you, tell us 2 things about Tally Hall no one knows.
2?
2. All right, tell me 1.
Okay.
Ross. Tell me half of something.
Wait, and I had one. I had thought of one, and now I can't.
The third album, Stranger, is that what you want to tell them?
No, there was something that I thought about. Now it's completely escaping me. What? Oh, yeah, no. Okay, there is a marimba track on the end of the song Haiku. And I think it's pretty much, I don't know that, I think I like barely convinced Rob that like there should be a marimba it was like, really, I forced it. And the reason was because I had borrowed this marimba from my high school. And it's a huge instrument, and I had to take it apart into a bunch of pieces, and we had it in the studio, and I was like, this is going to come in handy. Like, we're for sure going to want a marimba to just like who necessarily gets a marimba to have access to? And we had it and never touched it. And I was like, I got to find some reason to use this. And of course, that wasn't the best reason to use it. And like, you should never just put an instrument in a song for the sole purpose of just including it, and I am very guilty of that on Haiku.
Well,
and I don't think I've ever told that to anybody. And I think all my bandmates knew, and I've never admitted it until now.
Wow. Marimba making its Tally Hall debut. And speaking of Jeremy Kittle, do you see he just got nominated for a Grammy?
He did?
Who also plays on Marvin's.
He does. That's awesome.
Just Be Born, is that it?
I think Be Born's the only thing he's on, but man, did he knock that solo out of the park. We are so happy with that. Like,
He got nominated for Best Dance Electronic with Zed.
Oh,
he
cool.
is on, and Tyler Duncan's on that track, too.
Very cool. We actually Cucumber Baby Bill? I would love a
Does he want to come up and talk? Ira, come talk.
Ira, want to come say hi, buddy?
No. Ira, say your Joe Holly.
I loved how there was a time where our like paths collided with Jeremy on the road, and he came and was able to join us for a show, which was really cool.
Yeah,
I think it was at the Knitting Factory in New York.
He's on all over the new Shawn Mendes album that just dropped. Nice. So he's stacking cheddar like a food inspector out there.
Super talented.
Oh, literally, that's why everyone hires him. He's one take guy. Come in, done.
Yeah,
truly the best. And you guys graduated together, so it makes sense that he would be on your album. So we talked about the plushies. We talked about your vinyl dolls. We talked about new Cogent Dip album in 2025. Did we talk about that?
I don't know that we talked about that. Again, I'm not sure I know.
No, I know you don't know. I know you don't know. But you know about the new Andrew album.
Yeah, I know about the new Andrew album. Thank you.
What's going on for you now musically?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like I said, just jamming a lot with friends casually. This guy, I think, might be getting a special instrument gift for, one of the holidays this year, because he's been enjoying playing a little bit. And
nice.
So
you starting him with keys?
No, he actually already has a little keyboard and piano. We're trying to get him another instrument. Take your guess as to which one.
Beats by the pound. So as a professional musician who has a child are you noticed a spark in music in him? Is he musically inclined?
Oh, yeah.
He is?
He is,
because
for
my
sure.
parents took me to violin lessons, and they were like, yeah, this isn't going to work out.
No, we actually, we haven't really, I'd love to actually get him lessons or start really teaching him. We haven't done that yet. But he's definitely taken an interest to it. So
what age is too young? There isn't any, right?
I don't think so.
Have you seen the drumming flashcards for kids?
No.
There's 2 piles of flashcards, and one is different beats with your hands.
Oh,
so
cool.
you're changing your hands to get the timing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know they do little drum circles at school sometimes at his daycare. So
he's up there blasting it. We're talking about Ira Federman, the future of Tally Hall. Maybe not. Ashley's laughing. So Ross, before I play one more song, which is going to be Cannibal, and I'm not too sure why you chose that. Probably give some Zubin
I got drum solos on that. That's like the only drum solos in the entire Tally Hall catalog.
When's the last time you played that live?
Whatever the last Tally Hall show was, 2011?
Were you playing it regularly? I feel
on the Good and Evil tour.
Oh,
we
yeah,
played
that
it.
makes sense.
I don't know. We played it much before then, but yeah, on that tour it was like a regular. I think every night we played it. Yeah.
After the Sonic Lunch show and everyone was fired up, did that speak any interest in anyone talking about a reunion show? I mean, the conversations had to be had a little bit, right?
The conversations have been had.
Okay, good.
Like, that's not that before and maybe after that. I don't know.
Any talk about Hawaii, a new Hawaii Part 5? No. Any talks about any Tally Hall just putting out studio albums, collaborations of any kind? Ira, do you want to answer these? No. Everyone thinks it's funny here on Treetown Sound. I know Ross is never going to talk, but that's just the way we go. But it's a family affair here on Treetown Sound, and I'm excited. I did see one of your plushies sold on eBay for $300.
Wow, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty cool when a stuffed animal of yourself sells for $300. Dude, that's like $400 in Canadian.
And I'm an animal now.
You're an animal now.
Right? Stuffed animal?
You are. Does Ira have a Ross Federman doll?
Ira has the whole set.
Does he sleep with it?
He did for a while. Zubin was his favorite.
Of course.
So the Zubin plushie was the... I mean, Ira's favorite color is definitely not gray, silver, or red, or yellow, or green. So
yeah, that makes sense.
That could have something to do with it, but yeah.
Does your parents have one?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
Yeah.
I spread the well. I have a full set. I had multiple Ross Federmans too, and I said I was going to make a musical video with them, but I'm not as talented as I thought in that time frame.
Do some stop motion.
I was trying to do it with my cat, but it's black, and it was really hard to film. I need some lights and stuff. Joe Hertler can help me out, maybe.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, there's one thing I learned from Joe in doing all the internet show video is how important lighting is.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, like film is not meant to capture the world without very effective lighting, and
production is king.
Yeah.
Is there any of those old videos that, like, you guys lost a lot of that footage? There's no B-reels from the internet show to put out, is there?
I think there is somewhere. Yeah. I think we've got all sorts of stuff in archives somewhere. We should probably just dig a little deeper.
I know. I think 2025 should be the year.
That we just dig through a bunch of our old stuff and then throw it out there?
because your fans are really hungry for new content, and if you're not giving them new content, why not share the old stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it took me like 5 years of begging just to get Just a Friend out there.
That is true.
Yeah.
You pushed hard on that.
And Smile Like You Mean It? Like, why is the OC sitting on that?
Yeah, that one? Yeah. I don't know that. Yeah. That's a long story.
It's a Thanksgiving spectacular. I'm sitting here with Ross Federman, the drummer of Tally Hall, which you probably may or may not be familiar with, but your kids probably are. Went to the University of Michigan, globally famous, and coming on Treetown Sound to catch everyone up. Ross, is there anything else you want to share before we play Cannibal?
No, not in particular, other than to anyone tuning in, thanks for listening to
Thank you.
Matt and Matthew. Oh, I do need to apologize because you called me out on this like, I don't know, a month ago. You're like, oh yeah, people call me Matt and that's not my name. And I feel bad because I've always just called you Matt.
No, I don't care. People call me
Do I get a
Tuna.
pass?
Always.
Okay. But also, I hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving and Hanukkah or Christmas and New Year's and everything coming up. And
pray for peaceful days.
Yeah. Let's all just hope 2025 is a better year than I think a lot of us are dreading it might be.
For real. For sure. Well, this has been a Treetown Sound Spectacular with Ross Federman. Brother, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Always.
Up next is Mark Copeland with Under the Radar Radio. But before we do, this is Ira's favorite plushie. This is Zubin singing Cannonball. Oh, no, Cannonball. That's your brother's fault for saying you're playing the Breeders' Cannibal. Cannibal.
They sound very similar.
Potato, whatever. Let's roll it. Up next, Mark Copeland with Under the Radar Radio.
Looking for a cavern, a place where she can stay. Waiting for the darkness when she leaves, obsessed to make her way to me. Because it's getting to the time that she to see. Dig up the skeletons of men who thought that they would be the one, like me. Like they could be the ones to make her believe. But for now, I am the willing victim of the cannibal. She rips out my bones just like I'm an animal. And right when I'm feeling like my blood is drained, she calls it a game. But the wound that she leaves is unmistakable. Hiding in corners, disguised. She's a phantom, a glimmer inside. She keeps on feeding while I am conceding. So please won't you tear me open wide. Willing victim of a cannibal. She rips out my bones just like I'm an animal. And right when I'm feeling like my blood is drained, she calls it a game. But the wound that she leaves is unmistakable.
WQKL, Ann Arbor's 1071, a Cumulus media station.